Bonjour! In this video we're going to see some pronunciation tips in French, and this time about the numbers in French with conversational.com. Of course, before beginning this lesson, you need to know how to pronounce the numbers in French, so you can go to this website, conversational.com. The page is nombre 20 HTML. There you will find the correct pronunciation of each number in French. You just have to click here to listen to my voice and the pronunciation of the numbers from 0 to 20. Once you know that, actually what we need to know is the connection between these numbers and the following words, and it's what we're going to see in this lesson. Here we have a conversation between two guys, and this conversation here like that when you want to pronounce it first correctly. Tu as quoi dans ton sac? Beaucoup de choses. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. Combien? 10, je te dis. J'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. 4 cahiers, 4 oranges et seulement 9 euros. So now we are going to see how people in France pronounce the same sentences. Let's start with the first sentence. Tu as quoi dans ton sac? This is a question. Tu as quoi is very common form when we speak, but you can also say qu'est-ce que tu as dans ton sac or just qu'as-tu dans ton sac. But this one is very common again when people speak. Tu as quoi dans ton sac? So tu, if you want to work that about to pronounce the letter U correctly, there is a video, special video for that. A, the verb to have, we don't pronounce the last S. Quoi, dans, ton, sac. So let's see now how to connect these words together. Here we just have a contraction at the beginning. When we speak, we don't say tu as, but t'as. So the sentence is t'as quoi dans ton sac? Repeat with me, please. T'as quoi dans ton sac? Again, t'as quoi dans ton sac? This is the contraction we have with the verb to have in French. The second sentence, beaucoup de choses. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. So at the beginning, remember here that we have de, even if it's a plural, because the expression is beaucoup de. We don't say beaucoup des, but it is beaucoup de and the plural words. Now, as you can hear, there is 2 different ways here to pronounce the number 10. Let's start the correct pronunciation. Beaucoup, beaucoup, a lot of. Choses, things. 10, this is the way we pronounce when the number 10 is alone. 10. Crayon, pencils. Crayon. Enveloppe. Well, let's see now the abbreviation and liaisons in this sentence. Beaucoup de choses, j'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. So the first here we have beaucoup de choses. When we speak, we say something like beaucoup de choses. Repeat, please. Beaucoup de choses. The letter E disappears. Beaucoup de choses. Here, the number 10, 10, is pronounced D here because the following words start with a consonant. That's why we say j'ai 10 crayons. If you say j'ai 10 crayons, of course we are going to understand you. But the point is you to understand French people. J'ai 10 crayons. Here, because the envelope starts with a vowel, so here we have 10 enveloppes. 10 enveloppes. And as you can hear, the letter E here, disappear. We don't say envelope, but enveloppe. 10 enveloppes. The whole sentence, and you are going to repeat it after me. Beaucoup de choses. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. Again, beaucoup de choses. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. The following sentence is 10, je te dis. J'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. So here, as you can see, the pronunciation is 10, like a S at the end, because the word 10 is alone. So actually, we have 3 pronunciations of this number 10, and it is the same thing for the number 6 or 6 in French. 2, we don't pronounce the letter X at the end. 2, livre, effaceur, let's say the eraser pen, effaceur. And the sentence now is 10, je te dis. J'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. So here we have a contraction. Instead of je te, we say je te. So, je te dis. 10, je te dis. Repeat, please. Je te dis. And we have a connection here between de and this word effaceur that starts with a vowel. So we have the pronunciation like deux effaceurs. So the whole sentence is 10, je te dis, j'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. Repeat, please. Again, 10, je te dis, j'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. Next, 4 cahiers, 4 oranges et seulement 9 euros. So, well, you know how to pronounce the number 4. 4, seulement, only, 9 euros, the currency. And now the sentence. So, the first, 4, usually, because we have a word starting with a consonant, we just say 4. 4 cahiers. 4 cahiers. But the second 4 is different because we've got here a vowel, so the pronunciation will be 4 oranges. 4 oranges. We don't pronounce here the letter I, so we just say seulement. Seulement. And we have a liaison here between 9 and euro, so we say 9 euros. 9 euros. The whole sentence. 4 cahiers, 4 oranges et seulement 9 euros. Would you repeat, please? Again, 4 cahiers, 4 oranges et seulement 9 euros. The whole conversation, so we are going to pronounce it the way we speak in France, sentence after sentence, and you are going to repeat it after me. So the first one, t'as quoi dans ton sac? Again, t'as quoi dans ton sac? Beaucoup de choses. Beaucoup de choses. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. Combien? 10, je te dis. 10, je te dis. J'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. J'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs. 4 cahiers, 4 oranges. 4 cahiers, 4 oranges. Et seulement 9 euros. Et seulement 9 euros. And the whole conversation? T'as quoi dans ton sac? Beaucoup de choses. J'ai 10 crayons et 10 enveloppes. Combien? 10, je te dis. J'ai 2 livres et 2 effaceurs, 4 cahiers, 4 oranges. Et seulement 9 euros. Okay? So let's see now the other numbers. It's not here very difficult. When un livre, there is no connection, but un ordinateur, here because of the sentence we say un ordinateur. Un ordinateur. 3 livres, we don't pronounce the letter S, but we pronounce it when we have a vowel. So 3 oranges, like a Z. 3 oranges. 5 livres, or 5 oranges. 5 oranges. 7 livres, here we don't pronounce the letter P, just the final T. 7 livres, 7 oranges. 7 oranges. 8 livres. Here, as you can see, we don't pronounce the letter T at the end when we have a consonant. 8 livres, but we say 8 oranges. 8 oranges. Okay? So, you know how to speak, you know how to count in French. C'est fini. Thank you very much for watching these slides with me. Au revoir et bon français!